Alright guys, welcome back. Apologies for that really long delay. We're having some problems with the lobby. But it looks like we're all here now. Hoping that I can switch off the delay on stream. I'm still trying to figure that out because we are supposed to be live right now. But we're back. This is ESL One Hamburg 2017. This is game number 2 of Virtus.pro versus Nautis Vincere, also known as NaVi. And excited to see what VP is going to pull out this time versus NaVi. And I'm glad that they ban out that Venomancer because he has been a huge problem for the side of NaVi. It's usually first ban material, and somehow it slipped through during the draft in game number 1.
Yeah, immediate correction from NaVi. They probably thought, okay, we let the Venomancer through, we can deal with it, but I don't think they were expecting the Necro and the Venomancer in the same draft, so getting caught off guard a little bit there, and so they immediately rectify that mistake. They ban out the Venomancer, and they grab 2 really strong supports, a really nice duo in the Night Stalker and the Disruptor. 2 heroes that are very good at chasing down elusive targets, like the Enchantress, who is just so damn pesky and wants to just run away from everything.
And definitely wonderful lane support and ganking hero. Can cause a lot of problems, especially in the right hands, and we'll definitely see some nice plays, I'm feeling, coming out the side of VP.
I mean, you can see on VP's bans, they still do not want to deal with Roger's IO. They saw how much work NaVi has been doing with it and say no thanks to that. They also ban out the general Clockwork and the general Batrider. No surprise there. He's been doing really good work with both of those heroes lately as well. So a lot of targeted bans coming out from Virtus.pro.
Definitely. And I'm sorry about this, Forge. I'm going to be a little bit absent here. I'm trying to figure out the production end of this just so I can take off that delay when it comes up. So if I'm not responding, that is why. But oh, the Kunkka pickup. And a Weaver. All right.
So this does move Lil into the Kunkka and confirm 9 Pasha as the Enchantress. Offlane Enchantress going to be pretty pesky, but the Weaver pickup almost immediately from NaVi, probably going to be the Crystallize hero. And a hero that's actually not too bad at dealing with the Enchantress, because as long as you can get that first hit off through the Untouchable, you immediately get a second one, which very quickly ramps up your damage. So not a bad hero at all. The minus armor, very good against Enchantress. She does not have very good agility gain at all. And as the attack speed ramps up for Weaver, he's going to do a lot of work against her. A little scary against the Kunkka, because until you get the Lincolns, X, Torrent, and Boat is very reliable lockdown against the Weaver. But always does have time lapse in a pinch.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm still trying to handle this right now, but no, definitely having that extra oh gosh, Geminite attack, right? For Weaver.
Geminite attack.
Yeah, that definitely is very helpful against the Enchantress. It's already been an AA ban, so we're not going to see the traditional combo of Weaver plus AA, which can be a really nasty lane to deal with. So definitely, you know, it's a smart ban coming out from Virtus. I'm sure they didn't understand, or not understand, but anticipate this Weaver necessarily. But again, that's been a very high value pick, especially in this particular region for supports.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of AAs, which has resulted in a lot of first round AA bans. Like you said, the Chilling Touch, just so good in lane, a lot of extra damage. You get like 150 bonus magic damage with your first 3 right clicks with the Chilling Touch. And then, of course, Ice Blast, very powerful spell. No regeneration in a meta full of heroes like Enchantress and Necrophos, who rely on that regen to stay alive, is very powerful. But Virtus.pro, they're going to go for the Ramses Sven. We were talking last game about how absolutely crazily fast Ramses can farm, and Sven, hero that can absolutely take advantage of that. As well, it's some nice little synergy with the Kunkka. If he lands a big boat, a big X marks into Torrent, Ramses can follow that up very nicely with the Sven. The Stormhammer just coming out, cleaving down the whole team. Also pretty good against the Weaver, because you can just cleave him down through his teammates, hit somebody like the Disruptor.
All right, Forge, I'm sorry to have to cut you off, but we have to pull down stream because the stream delay just is not fixing itself. So okay. Let's see if we can fix this. We'll be right back, guys. Sorry about this. All right, guys, I am so sorry about this. Apparently, this is something that happens with Twitch where you can't actually change the delay sometimes. Pretty upset about this right now. So we're back. We're on a 5-minute delay, unfortunately. Again, super apologies. This is something that is not in my control, unfortunately. But we're back here with game number 2 of Virtus.pro versus NaVi. No first blood yet, though, so we haven't missed that at the very least. And we see the Ramsey Sven pickup, which I am super excited about. Apparently, I have Twitch spectator chat on. That is not something I want. We'll turn that off. Yeah, again, apologies for this just because they did move all casters out of the lobby because players or people in the lobby were not connecting, so we have to do it this way. It's not optimal. We're not happy about it either. But first blood actually bottom lane. Roger on his signature Chen going to be able to get the kill onto Enchantress.
Double Hadouken. It's pretty powerful. A lot of magic damage, which is the way to deal with Enchantress. Can't untouchable slow off a giant purple ball of death. And a really nice pickup there from Roger. Good work by General as well, getting the Enchantress low enough.
Oh, top lane Weaver's in a lot of trouble here. Crystallize are going to be able to throw up the torrent, and they'll get the kill over onto Crystallize with a nice rotation coming out from Lil. Fort, you're a little quiet. If you could turn yourself up a little bit more. I do have you up on max right now.
Does this sound better, Moxie? Am I coming in a little bit more?
Oh, we have a haste ring coming out though on Dendy. We'll turn around, try to get some damage over onto No One. They've got the gank coming out from Roger here. It's looking really scary for this Viper. He's actually going to go down.
Yeah, very much needed. Lena suffering a lot in this mid lane. Viper, just again, one of those heroes that's very difficult to lane against. And just Roger doing really good work with this, this Chen. Ghost, actually, they're going to kill Viper.
You see this? Yeah, they just wait over by the tower. The Light Striker Ray comes out, and that's another kill over onto No One in the span of what, like a minute and a half?
Not even, like 30 seconds. And the big thing, too, is that's his TP on cooldown. Like, he has to walk back the lane now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've seen, especially lately, Roger with this Chen. There's been a couple highlights that have been up on Reddit, I know. And also, you know, we've got Dendy Lena. Like, this is some really good stuff here.
Yeah, and I like the fact that, too, that Roger has this little ghost creep. It's one of the most undervalued creeps in the game. But it's basically like a free Scotty in the early game. It's 20% movement slow, which helps set up for stuff like this Centaur camp.
Yeah, look at all this damage being pushed out over here onto Lil.
It's a really nice torrent, but I mean, if it wasn't for that, that was probably a dead Lil, just because of the ghost. Spooky ghost.
This is actually just so funny because, you know, Enchantress actually is able to take Chen's creeps away from him, so we've kind of got this battle between what's happening here? Roger just kind of waiting for Pasha to come forward. Makes a little wall of creeps, lands a stun over onto her, and we see General now. He's going to go for the dive here. She does have those sprites. They're going to be running out very soon, though. This could actually be a very dead Pasha. The Hadouken, unfortunately, doesn't connect, and still chasing after. I'm not sure they want to dive even further. They will. They'll go for the kill, and Pasha will get taken down. Don't give up comes out from General.
The annoying thing, too, about Enchantress taking back that Centaur camp, or that Centaur creep, is that it still has the Enchantress timer on it. It's still going to die in a minute. There's nothing that Roger can really do about that.
A lot of harass coming out here over onto Crystallize here in the top lane. Viper Strike coming up, though. We do see a rotation coming out from No One. Once you get this kill over onto Snako, should be able to, no problem. Dives a little bit underneath the tower. Crystallize standing nearby. Look at this Viper, just does not care. Gets that kill, walks himself back out of harm's way here. Throws out one little auto attack onto Crystallize, just to let him know he's not afraid of him.
Yeah, really nice. No One checking the mana there of Disruptor, seeing he doesn't have any mana for Glimpse or Kinetic Field. If he has mana for Kinetic Field, No One might actually die there, but with no mana, nothing that the Disruptor can do to get that revenge onto No One.
You see a rotation coming over here into mid. They'll be able to take that tower. This has been a really rough lane for No One.
Yeah, it started out really well, but Dendy actually able to keep up his levels despite losing out in the CIS war. Was able to keep up his levels, keep a nice level advantage. Even now, level 7 to No One's level 6. And just really good play from Dendy to ensure that level disparity stays. And good pressure and rotations from Roger as well to get those 2 kills that we saw and make No One scared to return to lane.
Well, I think it's working for the most part, although General needs to be careful here. He's slowed down quite a bit. Wants to get this kill over onto Pasha. Should be able to get that last hit, but the TP comes out from Ramses. Will be able to get himself a return kill off of this.
Tries to get the urn off, heal himself up, but unfortunately having to stop for that second does cost him his life. Roger's just doing so much work though, farming the enemy woods very aggressively. He's got all of these creeps. He's got the net creep now, ready to go.
I mean, this is a signature hero for Roger, so it makes sense that he's doing work on this. Pasha actually just gonna run into the wall of creeps yet again. Oh my goodness. I do like that little play in the Radiant jungle earlier where Roger just put everyone on the high ground in a conga line waiting for Pasha to come around the corner and come join the party.
Yeah, and the funny thing too is that the Mud Golem is actually one creep that Roger's probably okay with being on a timer, because if you do it right, what'll happen is the Mud Golem will die, and right before you do that, you hurl Boulder, the Golem dies, and then it splits into the two, and all of a sudden you have like 375 magic damage coming out of nowhere, because hurl Boulder does 125, then you get the two smaller ones. It's actually a lot of damage that can come out, and you see Enchantress players do that a lot.
But in the meanwhile, taking a look here, despite the fact that, you know, no one's been having kind of a rough lane, he's still doing quite well with his CS, 54 and 32. Lena, of course, leading with the 57 and 9. And then, of course, Ramses on his signature Sven here is 52 and 5. So I'm actually really excited to see Ramses play his Sven.
Yeah, it's one of the heroes he's very comfortable for, well known for, and he's already off to a really good start as well. Second on the net worth. The only one ahead of him right now is Dendi on the Lena, thanks to those couple of kills. And once he gets that Blink Dagger online, he is going for the Mask of Madness first. Probably see Mask of Madness into Echo Saber, then go for the Blink. That's been kind of the common Sven build. But once he has those three items, it's going to be very, very difficult for NaVi to kill him.
Do you see rotation coming out here from Lil up and around the corner? Doesn't really make anything happen though. They did have a ward being able to let them know that there is going to be a rotation.
Speaking of rotations, keeping eyes on Roger.
General down here too. Look at this guy. He is immediately Stormhammer. God Strength gets used. Lil is here as well to follow up. They pop Darkness, but the X comes out with the Torrent, and Viper coming down here. No one should be able to go ahead and get that kill.
They might be able to turn this into a push as well if they get this fast enough. They've got Siege Creep coming in. God Strength will run out by the time they get to the tower, but he's got Mask Madness online. He's got Warcry. I think they might put pressure onto this tower.
Or he might just go back farming.
They might just happily go back to farming.
Meanwhile, push going on here into mid. We'll be able to take the multiple Cardis and Hellbear and Satyr and everyone just kind of put some more pressure over onto the tier 2 while this is all going down.
Yeah. And Roger going right for the Ags. Very greedy play, but will allow him to...
Well, he needs to be careful here. Tries to get the stomp off just a little bit too early. Enchantress actually going to go ahead, steal one of the creeps. Looks like Roger is in for a world of hurt here. Is going to try to run himself back. We do hear the X coming out here from Lil. We'll be able to pull Roger back. He's almost got the denial off with all of these creeps. Look at all these guys. And Sven will happily take that stack.
Yep. Nice transition, nice efficiency coming out from Ramses' kill into some farm. Not sure if that was planned, but it definitely worked out. General down bot lane is going for the Midas though. He wants to scale his levels, scale into the late game, turn into a bit of a core for himself. Chain Frost does come out though.
Yeah, looks like General's going to be in for a lot of trouble. There's a glimpse back. They need one more hit, but they should be able to... No, he's actually going to be able to juke around here into the trees. Is he going to be able to make it out here?
He's going to.
Yeah. Nice play.
Yeah,
But pressure's on here for the bottom tower. We see that Roger's made the rotation. Oh, no, solo. He does manage to get himself out of that static storm, but yeah, there is a rotation for Crystallize. They'll turn themselves back around. No one. All his heal comes out from Chen, and we'll try to chase after no one here. I think he's going to be able to get him. Oh, the troll net, though, coming out will buy him a little bit more time. The kinetic field comes out, holds him into place. They're not even bothering to hit him. They're just going to go for this tower. Meanwhile, while that's going on, looks like General was able to clean up over on Ramses in the mid lane. But no one going to be able to walk away from this, but they're just losing towers rapidly here.
Yeah, Dendi and General find Ramses in the jungle farming. Quick Laguna Blade comes out, General cleaning up the kill. Really nice play from them. They have to keep Ramses down. They let him get as much space and free farm as he wanted in the last game, and bit them in the ass. So this game, they're focusing a lot of their attention on him, trying to keep him down. A bit of pressure on a no-one, but Sven is the much bigger concern in this game.
And despite that, too, you've got to keep in mind the fact that even though they've put a lot of pressure onto Ramses, he's still top of the net worth board. He's at 5.7. Next closest, of course, Dendi on the Lena, but he's, you know, being very efficient. He's got stacks going on for himself here.
Yeah, that's the big thing, right? Sven stacks is just so good. Like, almost no other hero in the game except maybe Luna, but even that I don't think can keep up with Sven, who has these stacks going from in the jungle. Really nice work coming out from Lil and Solo to keep those stacks going in the jungle for Ramses.
Looks like there is some pincer movement coming out to this bottom tower here. And we've got this Chen army just running over at the tower. Should be able to take this down very, very quickly. Let's push strat. Oh my goodness. It's doing a lot of work. Meanwhile, though, we do see a TP coming out here from VP. It's going to be Pasha. And this is very, very scary that Pasha was the only one who came down here. That's trying to just buy them a little time so that way the tower doesn't get completely mowed down. Just try to steal the creep off of Roger. Roger turns back around.
Yeah, really annoying for Chen that they keep doing this, but it was something they knew about. They drafted Chen later on after the Enchantress, so they knew this was going to be a problem. Roger said, don't worry about it, it's going to be all right.
During all this, the Dark Courier actually gets killed. That's a big one, and then it looks like Chen's going to be able to send his creeps back home, heal him up, and get him out of that situation.
Yeah, that had General's Midas on it, that courier too, so that's really unfortunate for him. That's going to slow down his timing by quite a while. Dendi does get his Bloodstone at pretty good timing too. Really,
I mean, he was doing really well. He got 2 kills early on over against no one on that Viper. He's keeping up his Fiery Soul stacks as well. Does spot the Viper over here. Got the Weaver nearby as well. Viper Strike is used over onto Dendi. Light Striker will come out. Nice dodge though coming out from Noah. And Crystal is going to move himself back. That's a very nice Cage coming out here with the Static Storm. Dendi trying to fight himself out here. He's still got a lot of just that another toxin on him. The heal comes out though from Roger. Now Pasha being forced to run themselves away. There's going to be a nice glimpse back. Bow comes in though. Will land over onto Seneko over here. Pasha's still alive though. Those spirits keeping him alive. Oh, they're finally able to take him down though. Crystallize will get the kill. Runs face first over here into Solo. Solo, this is not where you want to be. But there's a Ramses behind this corner. He will be able to go ahead. Maybe get this kill over onto Crystallize. No, the time lapse comes out. He's going to buy himself some more time. And now Dendi. He has that Bloodstone and there goes some charges.
He's already back up. He's not worried about it. The really unfortunate thing there is just the fact that, like you said, he does lose charges, but he's going to be back up and farming. He did get a couple of kills before he died, so his charges aren't as low as they could have been if it was like a fresh Bloodstone. But just sticking around a little bit too long, gave vision and a nice X torrent coming out from Lil on this. Okay. The glimpse there was actually a thing of beauty from Seneko though, because it not only did it pull Enchantress back into the stun from Dendi, but it also pulled him away from the boat, so there was no rum buff coming out onto the Enchantress. If that rum buff landed on Enchantress, I actually don't think she dies there. Meanwhile, Ramses still farming away, almost has that Blink Dagger. He's got the Echo Saber online. He's got that Mask of Madness. He's about to hit his first real big power spike.
Sorry about that. Still fiddling with some stuff, trying to figure out how to fix this for the next game. But yeah, Ramses, you know, still top of the net worth. This is definitely like one of his best heroes, I think. But, you know, working on that Blink Dagger, there's going to be some really fantastic just initiation coming out with that.
Yeah, the Sven is his second most played hero. He's got like a 65% win rate with a very comfortable hero for him on that Sven, and we're seeing that exemplified here. Really good farming efficiency despite his deaths. And despite the lane pressure that was put on by Roger with Chen.
Oh, this glimpse throwing back over onto the side. Pasha now stuck in the Static Storm. Dendi just clipping away at him. He's actually going to be able to heal through that, though.
Yeah, the hood coming out is just doing so much work, and Dendi not quite at that 50 damage talent just yet, so really tough for him to get through that untouchable and do enough damage. Bottom though, there's going to be the VP is going to start grouping up a lot now. They've got the Blink online on their Sven. We've got Viper with the Dragon Lance moving into the Maelstrom. They're comfortable. The group is 5 and just start pressuring towers.
Meanwhile, while this is all going down, we do see that the Roche is being taken over here on the side of NaVi. All the creeps coming out as well to come join this, so looks like that's going to go down, and Crystallize will be able to get himself the Aegis over here. There's the boat coming in. Nice Chain Frost gets thrown out as well. Pasha, they've got their eyes over onto Dendi. They want to take him out. The stun's going to come out. Doesn't actually connect, though. Dendi, look at this. This is 3 different people trying to go over here. Meanwhile, Ramses jumps into the back end here. Does have his eyes over onto General. Should be able to take him out with that God String. No one actually going to be able to walk away from this. Oh, the bug's coming out, though. Are they going to be able to take it up fast enough? Crystallize, he wants to get this kill. Aegis gets popped, though. No one actually still standing. Glimpse coming out. We'll bring him back. They'll be able to take him down. But now it looks like we're going to lose Crystallize in the process. He tries to go ahead, time-lapse it off, but unfortunately the cleave damage coming out from Ramses. Too much.
Yeah, the Blink Dagger just doing so much work there. They were able to split the fight, split NaVi up almost like an arrowhead going through. They forced themselves into the middle, and then NaVi's stuck on either side with a giant Sven, God Strength, running around in the middle.
Yeah, this is not something you want.
Yeah, and NaVi and Dendi in particular getting picked off there. All alone. You don't want your Lina being the first person targeted in the fight. Dendi a little bit sad now. He's down to 6 Bloodstone charges. Can very easily come back. They have a lot of ganking, a lot of roaming potential, but this game is going to get a lot harder before it gets easier for NaVi.
BKB next up on the agenda here for Ramses. It's going to allow him to be even more ridiculous in a lot of these fights, just being able to run around, hit everything, and not worry about getting kited, so...
The real problem for NaVi right now is that Crystallize just isn't doing enough damage. He's got the Diffusal Blade queued up as his first item, and he's got a couple of deaths to his name. He hasn't been able to find the space to get that farm going online, and it's just resulted in not enough damage coming out from this Weaver.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even anywhere near the top of the net worth, unfortunately, here. Crystallize really kind of struggling here. 5.9k net worth as compared to Ramses' 10. Like... How does he do enough damage against the Sven, who is just miles ahead of him right now? Yeah, they've got their eyes over here on Dendi. They'll go ahead, they'll use a scan. Now that he's hiding out here, he's got his boots of travel up and running. Goes for the Light Strike Array, but that might have given himself away. Solo going around the corner here. They spot him out. They know he's there. There's a jump forward coming out from Ramses. We'll be able to get the Stormhammer off. We'll actually pop God Strength just so he can take him out. Light Strike Array comes through, but it's too late. There's too much damage and too many people for Dendi to deal with by himself.
He was trying to be cute and cut himself a path to juke around through the trees, but unfortunately Solo was able to spot that off of the creep wave, and they just swarm in around him. The big item that's going to come online for NaVi soon is this Heaven's Halberd on Night Stalker.
Oh, the jump forward. They spot over here. Roger trying to get himself out, but Pasha just throwing impetus after impetus after him. We'll be able to clean up. Maybe a little greedy being over there. I don't know.
I mean, Roger's been greedy all game, farming the enemy wood, being very aggressive with his placements. For the most part, it's worked out, but it's starting to catch up with him now, as the Sven and this Enchantress are just hitting so damn hard.
Darkness gets popped. Pretty tanky Enchantress, though. Got the hood.
They really need this Heaven's Halberd online for General. Once he gets that, they actually stand a pretty good chance because you can't purge off Disarm from Heaven's Halberd with BKB anymore. So even this BKB that's coming out for Ramses is going to get counted out by the Heaven's Halberd. Once General gets this online, NaVi actually has a pretty good chance because it's pretty much just Ramses. They've dealt with the Viper pretty effectively. Pasha is scary, but not anything new compared to what Sven is dishing out.
Yeah, BKB is going to be next on the itemization here for the Viper. They do have a smoke coming in through here. Actually, no, that's just an invis. It looks like they will be able to go grab Ramses, throw him over here into the case. The BKB comes out, though. I don't think they were anticipating that. He actually stops for a minute, and they'll turn themselves back around, throw the Stormhammer out. Should be able to go land over onto Seneko. That's a nice heal. He's actually going to get sent home by Roger. Nice play. Still running around. They've got the Glimmer Cape running up and over here onto Ramses. They do spot Roger, though. Now they'll be able to go ahead and get that kill at the very least, but they did protect... Seneko there.
Yeah, I mean, it was really unfortunate timing for NaVi. He got his his BKB on the courier as they were ganking him. So the static storm does come out, which does get canceled out. Sorry, and really nice send back from Roger, getting Seneko out to safety, but unfortunately, he's his own life. 10-second BKB for Chen isn't too bad though. That's a trade you're not happy with, but you're kind of okay with. Because, I mean, they really need Crystallize online. He's got his Diffusal Blade now, so he's able to kite the Sven a lot easier. Kite, chase down heroes like the Enchantress once he gets his Lincolns online, and then into either the BKB or the Deso, depending on how he's feeling at that point in the game. Then this Weaver's really going to start being scary.
And they definitely need him to start coming online with those items. But yeah, having the Deso online seems... like that would be something that'd be pretty good for the pickup here. Let's see. For Dundee. Dundee's down to 4 Bloodstone charges. They've just been putting so many resources devoting just to him to take him down.
Yeah, and they want this tier 2 down bottom, so we'll see if NaVi opts to go for the defense. Heaven's Halberd is online for the Night Stalker now, so if he can get that off before the BKB comes out on Sven, could be pretty big. 5 seconds of not auto attacking for a Sven is not
like Sven's hell, basically. He wants to hit things. He's good at hitting things. Heaven's Halberd is just the one item he really, really hates to see. But they should be able to get this tier 2 over here. Looks like NaVi's not going to try to go defend this, and we do see pincering action yet again coming around the corner. They're going to run face first into this Thunder Hide here.
Chen desperately trying to make it away before that X-Force comes up. Oh, they are going to get him with the ward, though.
Slow coming out here, immediately followed up with Ramses, and Pettis being thrown out as well. Nice torrent coming in, and they'll let Ramses get that last kill. So Ramses, I mean, he was already way ahead in terms of net worth, but when he's getting all these kills, it's just racking up here. 14K.
Crystallize almost gets caught out by the Kunkka, but jukes into the trees and TPs out to safety. He really needs the space. He's finding it for the most part, though. He's starting to make his way back up the net worth chart, slowly but surely. And if this goes into a late enough game scenario, the really early BKB pickup from the Sven means that if this game goes to 40-50 minutes, he's not going to have a really long duration BKB. All NaVi has to do is wait out that 5 seconds and then just kite him from there, kill him, push him down.
But it looks like they're being pretty good on the side of EP. They're really making sure that they're taking objective after objective, finding the openings, which is kind of interesting considering that, they do have a Chen, and Chen, prefers to do most of his stuff early on in the game when he's particularly strong. But there is some response coming down here to the bot tower. Looks like no one getting into position. Pasha coming forward as well. Realizes that Crystallize is here, so...
no one just, or sorry, Ramsey's just getting completely alone in top lane. Doesn't want to.
Oh, is able to grab Dundee back, but he's gonna have to do a little bit more to slow him down here. Turning around, looking to. Oh, he lands a Light Strike Array. Looks like Dundee's gonna be able to get out here just fine. During all that, Crystallize also, wiggles his way over here into the woods. Does have a TP on him if he wants, but it's mighty dark here, and we do see General making a rotation.
General's just been having, I mean, not a bad game, but it's just been very difficult for him to put that fear of God into Virtus.pro that you really want your Night Stalker doing. He's been scary, but he hasn't been terrifying.
I mean, he's got that halberd now, so that's about to get real scary for the Sven. And Dundee also has finished up, that Shadow Blade, so he's going to be able to move around the map just a little bit easier, but they're still targeting him really, really strongly. Yeah,
he's going for the BKB next. He absolutely needs it.
Absolutely.
both to deal with the Kunkka X as well as the Sven stun coming out.
Oh boy, they use Dust. They realize that Crystallize is nearby. They're going to be able to go ahead, pop the God Strength. X marks the spot. God Hand isn't going to be able to help him out here.
That might be tier 3, maybe pressured? No, they don't have the creeps. Creeps aren't where they need to be, so by the time they get to there, Crystallize will be up. Nice nice pressure on the other side of the map from Dendi as well. And Solo chucking out the Chain Frost in mid before Chen sends his creeps back to him.
Yeah, we did see a little bit of splish pushing coming out here from Lena. Trying to just find space wherever, you know, she does have the Shadow Blade, so she can try to get herself out of these potentially awkward situations. But they are grouping up. They are doing a lot of pushing. Meanwhile, over in mid, looks like Solo actually going to be able to get himself away just in time. Snako will be thrown back here. They do have the sentry. They're going to go ahead, throw down yet another sentry over onto the side. And now it looks like Snako will be able to walk out, but Solo as well. Going to avoid that Static Storm and still survive. So Static Storm's going to be... Top lane. Oh, Roger. The BKB comes out on top of it. Ramsey's just going to try to cut off this bug and maybe run himself out, or is he looking to go back in here? Rest of the team is coming forward. They do have a sentry. Oh, the Vision coming out with the Torrent will be able to maybe take down Crystallize, although Lena on the back end here, she's doing so much damage over onto Ramsey's trying to run himself. The Diffusal Blade comes out, and that's a big kill. That's 909 gold that's going to get dropped over here. But meanwhile, Crystallize is going to be able to scoochy his way out, rather. A little Satyr coming around the corner. He's going to watch his back for him. That was huge, though. He needed that so badly.
Yeah, it's really, really good for NaVi that kill goes on to Crystallize, because, like we mentioned, he's been having some difficulty getting some space, getting some farm. That was like, 900 gold for him. Gets him really close to his Lincoln Sphere, which is going to help a lot with the Kunkka X.
Yeah, General's in a little bit of trouble here. They don't have anything that can cancel out this TP, though, so we'll be able to leave.
Yeah, nice silence coming out from him, stopping the Kunkka from his shenanigans. Dendi does go down in that top lane engagement, though, unfortunately. Crystallize does make it out with the big kill, but Dendi down to 2 Bloodstone charges now, having a very, very tough game after a pretty good start for him. He's still top of the net, but these Bloodstone charges are rapidly dwindling for him.
Got a double damage and pick up over here onto Crystallize. It looks like they want to go for this Roche. Yeah, Dendi's boots are traveling himself in. They check for wards. Looks like everything is all clear, so things are looking pretty good here. We do see the movement, though. Little Satyr creep coming forward, trying to let them know that we'll be able to get that Aegis, though. Throw it over onto Dendi.
Yeah, they put
Crystallize is just, what is happening here? He's trying to get himself back. We'll be able to get out of the range. Meanwhile, we hear over onto the side, the Halberd comes out over onto Ramses, but it's... Oh, wow. It actually ends up saving his life because Roger is able to send General away here. They will be able to go and chip down all of these dragons, though, in the meanwhile.
I mean, that's a win. They got Roche, they got Aegis on Dendi, who definitely needs it, and they were able to do that without losing General, which is really nice as well.
They lose Roger, though, over here instead. And again, talking about, you know, being really efficient, making sure that they take objective. Roche goes down. Dendi does have the Aegis, but they're still very committed to pushing over here. In fact, they let no one sit back, just kind of siege at the tower with Pasha.
Yeah, they want Dendi to jump in. Or not Dendi, sorry. They want Ramses to jump in.
Static Storm comes out over onto no one. We'll be able to glimpse him back in. Meanwhile, though, over onto the side, looks like Pasha in a little bit of trouble. Chain Frost's going to get a lot of bounces, which is okay here, but unfortunately, it just doesn't do enough damage.
This is actually really well played by Crystallize there. At the last second, he throws the Lincoln Sphere onto the Lena so that the first bounce of Chain Frost doesn't do any damage.
Snako? BKB comes out over from no one, but look at all the damage that the Lena's pouring out at the same time. We'll protect him from the spells, but not from the right click. And it looks like VP, they've realized, all right, let's get back here. Oh, the glimpse, though. The glimpse comes back over onto the side. Can they get Snako, though, here as well? Looks like Pasha trying to find that opening. We'll be able to go ahead, get that kill. Meanwhile, though, Dendi following up, and they're still chasing over after Crystallize. They can't quite find him right now, and there's a lot of damage coming out. The Lincolns gets popped, and oh, the damage pouring out from Ramses is just absolutely dirty right now. And they'll look like they'll just go for the retreat as the rest of the side of NaVi chases after them. Dendi's committed. Look at him. He's going to get the Light Striker right now over onto Lil, they're going to be able to go ahead, use that Glimmer Cape, and he's going to try to juke around. They have Dust, though. They find him, and Roger actually going to be the one to take him down.
Oh, and they find...
Oh, Solo. That Diffusal Blade doing so much work on Crystallize.
They don't have creeps, so I don't know if they take this tier 3, but they probably what they'll probably do is swing up to top lane, take this last tier 2 that's standing. But no, they actually look like they want to pressure this mid tier 3.
They've got Aegis. Everyone's down. Why wouldn't you go high ground here?
They've also got Cheese, which I forgot about. And Deadly recovers some Hookstone charges, which is pretty nice. Up to 6 again for him.
Yeah, it's been a kind of a rough game when everyone's targeting you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's no fault of Dendy's. They've got lots of abilities, Blink Daggers coming out. You know, X Marks have just been really, really painful for him. He does have his BKB now, though, so they get the melee racks, they immediately smoke up, and they're happy.
I mean, it is Dendy's fault because he's just too good, and he's definitely painted a target on his back, but that's a good thing. That is definitely a good thing. Who doesn't love Dendy, right?
Yeah, Opa Dendy. Opa Dendy. The Bloodthorn's going to be coming up from Sven soon pretty quickly, so that BKB timing could not be better from Dendy. He definitely is going to need it against this Bloodthorn coming out. And even Crystallize, I think, is going to have to probably go back and get it, because they have lots of ways to pop that Linken's and let the Bloodthorn come out.
Lil finds a double damage rune over here onto the side. That could be so good for Ramses right now.
He's thinking about it.
They're going to let no one take it? Ramses a no one. Ramses a no one. Looks like it's going to be Ramses who picks it up. And he's feeling ambitious, goes right into the Dire jungle here. Snako needs to be kind of careful. He's across the river with very little vision. They will go ahead. He'll pop the Glimmer Cape. And I don't think they have, they've got a sentry, but they decide it's just not worth it.
You don't want to drop the sentry and maybe miss him, so that's okay. Ramses does grab up that Bloodthorn now, though, which does leave him with no buyback. So if they kill him right now, they could probably take another lane of racks. It's a bit sketchy. It's another 950 gold for his buyback.
Dendy gonna have to run himself. Oh, Pasha comes forward. He's got the dust. They're gonna be able to spot Dendy out here. Can they slow him down enough? No, the torrent's not gonna connect. Lightstar Gray though also does not connect. Lincoln's gets thrown over here onto Dendy. The pull back over onto the side. Lil trying to find that opening. There's so much damage being put out. And again, Lightstrike Array will land over onto Viper. The X coming out though. Should be able to take him down. Yeah, they popped the Aegis. Meanwhile though, Snako was trying to come into the picture. Has to run himself back using that Glimmer Cape. And Viper now is in a little bit of trouble. No, never mind. He's got the BKB, but look at all this damage coming out from Dendy. They will actually be able to take him down. Force VP to run themselves back here in the process. The glimpse comes back out over onto Ramses. He's just going to try to fight his way out, but the Lightstrike Array connects, and they're actually able to just kite him down. That's a double kill now for Dendy.
Really patient use. He holds on to the BKB until after he resurrects, lets his team come in, back him up, and on the back lines, General actually baiting out the BKB from Sven very early so that when he pops the God Strength, he doesn't have it. He's forced to back off. Then the glimpse from Snako comes out, and like I said, Ramses went all in for that Bloodthorn. They just called the GG.
And they call the GG. Holy cow. All right, guys. Again, sorry about this delay on the stream. We were being told that we were going to be able to sit into the lobby, so we're actually just going to duck out here immediately. We'll be back with game 2, so stick around.